Hello everybody! This episode has a lot of busy work before we get to the next badge. I am Tom, and you are watching me play Pokemon Gold, but I need to use a completely unique team for every gym. Last time, we beat Price, and we got a call letting us know that something weird is going on at the radio tower. We have to go investigate it. But first, I recorded this on a Friday, at least as far as my game clock is concerned. The in-game clock thinks it's Friday. So I used this opportunity to go back to the basement level of Dark Cave on Route 30 and pick up a Lapras. It is a static encounter down here on Fridays. I'm not really sure why it's specifically here on Fridays, but it is. And we have a Lapras now, which is cool. Lapras is a great Pokemon. Heading back to Goldenrod City, we find that the place is infested with Team Rocket members. We head to the radio tower and battle our way through to the director's office. I use this opportunity to raise some of my Pokemon that I plan to use towards the end of the game. For CLAIR, later in this episode, I plan on using just one Jinx, and I'll catch that and grind it a little closer to when we actually fight her. So for now, you'll see some more varied teams in the background footage. The first floor just has one guard. Floor 2 has a gauntlet of 4 trainers, once again, just more free XP. Floor 3 has 2 Rocket members to beat up, as well as a walled off section that we can come back to later after we have the keycard. Floor 4 has a couple of trainers, but not much else, and finally we hit Floor 5, where we fight against a Rocket Executive. This guy is actually noteworthy because he is the first trainer in the entire game that we fight that actually has a full team of 6 Pokemon. So good for him. Unfortunately, the entire team consists of Coughing, and 1 Wheezing, but hey, 6 Pokemon's a start. After beating the executive, he lets us know that he's actually hiding the director down in the basement of the department store, and gives us a key to get there. Heading down into the basement has a few more grunts, but honestly at this point they're just free XP. We do however fight our rival here. It's been a while since he's actually challenged us to a fight, often just talking to us and then leaving. We beat him here, and he seems to be somewhat retrospective about how he's been treating his Pokemon and kind of using them more as tools so he can become the strongest. And with that retrospection he leaves, and he kind of just says, hey, you can take care of Team Rocket from this point. We then make it through to the director, and he gives us a key card that lets us get back through that locked door that we couldn't get through in the offices. So he sends us back to clear out Team Rocket for good. Heading back, we go up to the 3rd floor of the radio tower, and we use the key card. On floor 3 and 4 there are some more inconsequential fights, but we make it up to floor 5 where we beat up the last 2 executives, and we learn that their plan was to broadcast that Team Rocket was back so that their boss would hear and then come back to them. Why they didn't just, like, buy a radio ad, I don't know. But hey, why not terroristically just take over a whole building to make one radio broadcast? God, these guys are just fucking idiots. I don't understand. Whatever. As we leave the radio tower, talking to the director again gets us the Rainbow Wing. This is for catching Ho-Oh later on. There's also some other people in here that give us items for as thanks for letting them out of this Team Rocket kind of takeover of their place of business. Professor Oak's co-host gives us the Pink Bow. This powers up normal type moves. And there is a woman on the 3rd floor that gives us TM11 for Sunny Day. Okay, now that we've done this massive detour, and that's out of the way, we can head back to Mahogany Town and head east out onto Route 44. There are 7 trainers on this route, as well as some new Pokemon, but for now I just kind of knock out the trainers and head straight into the Ice Path. Now the Ice Path has some nice sliding puzzles. They're quite fun. They're kind of like these big ice mazes where you've got to use the boulders in the middle of the ice to be able to slide your way through. They're quite fun, but for the most part the actual route itself is very straightforward. On floor 1 we can get HM7 for Waterfall, which is nice. We also catch ourselves a Swinub. And the next couple of floors involve using some strength to push some boulders around. But honestly, it's pretty easy stuff. We make our way through the rest of the place with ease, and on the way we pick up a few items of note. Firstly, we have the Never Melt Ice, which increases the power of Ice-type moves, as well as TM44, which is Rest. And lastly, I finally catch the Pokemon that I'm going to be using in the gym, a Jinx. So Jinx has some pretty damn good special attack, and learns the move Ice Punch at level 25. It's a 75 base power ice move that is super effective against all of CLAIR's Dragon-type Pokemon. Finally, we reach Blackthorn City. I do a bit of grinding to get my Jinx closer to my cap. CLAIR's Ace is level 40, so that's my level limit. But honestly, I don't even need to get close to that high as Jinx, because Ice Punch does just that much damage. But we head into the gym. I have to take Tauros with me initially, just to do some of the strength puzzles in here. You've got to push some boulders into the lava so you can actually walk across and make bridges for yourself. But after the actual puzzle is complete, it doesn't undo itself when you leave the gym, so I go and put Tauros back into the box. The trainers here are a joke with drinks, honestly. Ice Punch takes him out immediately with a one-shot, unless it's a Seadra, in which case I put it to sleep first with Lovely Kiss, and then Ice Punch a couple of times. Still does the job. I rinse and repeat for the entire gym, including Claire, technically, but I'm going to leave the live commentary in anyway. Speaking of which, here we go. Alright everybody, live commentary time. Time to take on Claire. I'm Claire, the world's best Dragon Master. I can hold my own against even the Pokemon League's Elite Four. Do you still want to take me on? Fine, let's do it. As a trainer, I will use my full power against any opponent. Alright, so we only have one Pokemon for this. I'm sure I went over this in post, but it's just Jinx. And that's really all I need. I also have the Nethermelt Ice, which is a hold item that ups power of ice moves, and Ice Punch is base 75 power, and super effective. One shot. And Jinx has ludicrous special attack. And even though Ice Punch in later gens turns into a physical move, at this stage it's still a special move. Could be a 3 hit. I'll put it to sleep just in case. I feel like if I got good rolls, that could have been a 2 hit, but whatever. Fucking hyper potions. I always use like the separate attack that doesn't do quite as much damage, because I know it'll get the kill, and then just use a full heal. I outspeed. Perfect. And then she has, I think, 2 more Dragonairs. I think she has 3 Dragonairs in that Kingdra. I think that's her entire team, which is kind of hilarious. Yep. Pretty easy, all things considered. Ice is powerful. And Jinx is a really good Pokemon, turns out. Very rarely use Jinx, but good stats. I lost? I don't believe it. There must be some mistake. Oh, that's right, she doesn't give us the bloody badge. I won't admit this. I may have lost, but you're still not ready for the Pokemon League. I know, you should take the Dragon User Challenge. Behind this gym is a place called Dragon's Den. Go and bring me the Dragon Fang from deep inside the den. That is the best test to be, that is the test to be accepted as a true Dragon user. If you can do that, I will accept you as a worthy trainer. Until then, I won't give you a badge. Bitch. It's fine, we can go do that right now. I think I'll do that in post-commentary though, because why not? It's tedious and pointless. I'm probably going to catch a Dratini when I'm in there, so that's something. But other than that, I'll switch back to post-commentary now. Okay, and with that, Claire is being a sore loser and won't give us the badge. So we have to head into the Dragon's Den and find the Dragon's Fang for her. This isn't a particularly arduous task. It involves teaching one of your Pokemon Whirlpool, which is kind of annoying. So I teach that to Lapras and go and grab the Dragon's Claw. While we're in here, I also grab a Dratini for later. It's a Dragonite is an amazing Pokemon, and I will be using it in the team, that's for sure. But after we grab the Dragon Fang, Claire shows up and actually does give us the badge eventually. And we get a call from Professor Elm as we're leaving the Dragon's Den, telling us to come see him. I fly home and go talk to Elm, and he gives us the Master Ball, which is quite nice. But now that we're done with this, the episode is finally over. They really back-end their story stuff in Gen 2. Like, most of the story stuff happened between, like, as soon as you get to Price, that's where all of the story stuff is. It's kind of insane. But anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time, where we take on the Elite Four. This should be fun. It's probably the first time I'm going to actually need a full team of 6 in this playthrough, and my list of available Pokemon is progressively getting shorter and shorter as we go, so this should be interesting. Anyway, see you guys.